My mom still thuggin', this world is a war zone. My homies is inmates and most of them dead gone. My mom still thuggin', this world is a war zone. My homies is inmates and most of them dead gone. What up with the world? You are tuned in to King Knit TV. I'm here with Rooski, my brethren for over 20 years, a solid brethren, man. We're gonna do an interview to let you know what he been up to, how he living, man. This is a street legend right here. A lot of y'all know him, a lot of y'all might not. You know, he got a hell of a story to tell. Been through hell and back, you know what I mean? He's still here prevailing, 10 toes down, staying solid, man. Let him know who you is and where you from, my brother.
I'm Big T Mighty.
Big T Mighty, where you from?
San Diego, California, the 619 thing, East Side Skyline.
East Side Skylines.
Funk Gang.
Funk, what'd you say?
Funk Gang.
Funk Gang, Funk Gang. You heard it here first. So what age was you when you jumped off the porch, man, and started getting involved in the streets? And before that, though, you said you from San Diego. How was it coming up out there?
That was wild, man. You know, the Meadowbrook Apartments in Southeast San Diego, man, it's known as it's been Skyline territory. The whole area is called Skyline when you drive in.
Okay.
It's like Skyline city limits, you know what I'm saying? So, but the Meadowbrook Apartments was the most notorious spot for where we were at, besides Skyline Park.
Meadowbrook?
Meadowbrook Apartments, Skyline and Meadowbrook, right there by Moonlight Market across the street.
You heard that first.
So,
You know, San Diego, stay the hell away from them apartments right there, man. You stepping into trenches right there.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, don't go in there if you ain't.
Don't even go in there. You're not from there.
Nah, don't do it, man. Because you know, growing up, it was cool though. You know, because it was all love. But you are gonna learn how to get down, because you are gonna have to fight for everything that you do. Just to be outside, you are gonna have to get down. You know.
See, and that was the difference back then as opposed to now. Outside, right? There was a such thing as outside. These cats nowadays say they're outside, and you go outside and you can't find them nowhere. They version of outside is inside the house with a whole bunch of their partners on the internet.
On the internet.
We didn't have that, man. We had to really get out and really get it in, man. Outside.
Fighting, you know, canyon, traveling, wrestling with the real DDTs and suplex, real backbreaker.
Real backbreaker.
You know, this is before Stone Cold and all that. We was arguing. The camel clutch.
What year was it?
83, 84.
When it was still good, huh? Back when it was still good, man.
For us as kids. But everything that we started seeing around that time was crazy.
It was crazy. What would you say the eye-opening situation was where you like, damn, this is real. Like I gotta mature a whole lot faster than a lot of these other individuals, like from say that ain't from an environment from where I'm from. Like, you know what I'm saying? What age would you say that was?
About 8. About 8.
Damn. 8 years old?
8, 9. When I seen this nigga, he had to been a Crip. Because he used to have a blue blood, and he was wild, and he saw he's come through there. He was probably selling the homies' work. But I know he got into it with somebody, and one of the homies was an older dude. I don't even know his name. But he told him to get his ass out of there before he killed him. And then he kept popping it. That nigga pulled that 40 out that bag and launched it at him, busted him upside his head, and them niggas packed him out. All the homies packed him out. I was a kid, so, you know, I saw that. What the fuck was that about?
Yeah, and piqued the interest.
Yeah. They robbed him some more shit.
Straight up. Is your hood a big hood from San Diego? Is y'all like a main faction out there? Because I know San Diego's majority Damus, Pirus, or is it really Pirus, the whole city, or what is it?
So originally, the process was Skyline Pyro, Lincoln Park Pyro, and it was West Coast Crips, 30s and 20s, neighborhood Crips in the 40s. They on the east side. Down the street, they on the corners with that. So it's the 4 corners. And then you got Emerald Hills. That's out there also. They was one of the original gangs too, but they was originally called Bunny Boys, Upside, Uptown. And it's Emerald Hills. When you drive up into their city, it's called Emerald Hills. When you drive into Lincoln, it's called Lincoln Park. When you drive into the neighborhood Crips, it's called Oak Park. So, and it's the 4 corners. That's off of Euclid and Imperial.
Is that the infamous 4 corners of death?
Infamous 4 corners of death. So
okay.
On the southwest corner, you got Lincoln High School and Lincoln Park.
Okay.
Huffman's Barbecue and all that, famous, notorious for their barbecue.
Straight up.
On the southeast corner, You got shells where you already know what happens at shells.
That's notorious around everywhere, Shell. You'll get caught at that Shell.
You're going to get caught at that shells too.
Yeah.
And then on the northeast corner, you got Green Cat Liquor, Taco Shop, and other shit that been coming and going. Niggas get dumped on, so they be going out of business.
Right.
And then on the northwest corner, you got the little taco stand too. That's, they're gonna be standing out there at that window when they go bad. So
straight up,
notorious four corners.
The notorious four corners of death. You got off the porch. What age did you say you was around?
About
8. You seen what you saw the influence 8. So
8, 9 years old, I was already hanging with homies and already wearing red, just because that's what we wore, not knowing why at the time.
Just the generalization of the neighborhood, basically.
That's what we did.
The big homies, and it just passed down. That's what it is. Like, I notice when I go to any city, like especially LA, you pretty much can tell when you're in a predominantly crib hood, Piru hood, because you see the color change. And I always tell people that all you gotta do is watch for the colors, man. You'll know where you at if you keep your head on the swivel and you pay attention to your environment.
Yeah, and at that time it was easy to tell because that's when colors came out, and that's when the crack dropped and everything. So everybody was going crazy and really, really representing traditionally where they was from. So you're gonna see us with rags hanging around our necks, rags tied to our belt buckles, rags with 4 belts, rags hanging way down to our feet, red chucks, red laces, everything red.
The notorious crack era, man. How would you say that affected your city, man? The crack era.
That's when niggas started having money and acting crazy.
Straight up.
They started acting crazy because they started getting cars and traveling outside of the turf.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now when you let a pit bull out the cage, what are you gonna do?
Go crazy.
Go crazy.
Go crazy on everything, and it's in the immediate environment.
Now, when you grow up rough in your own neighborhood amongst people that you love and mess with, fuck with on a daily basis, imagine how you're gonna act with a little bit of money around people that you don't know and don't give a fuck about, and they looking at you crazy. You're gonna get on the defense and turn into offense.
Straight up. So
that's
for survival. Yeah. Straight up. And what I see you from the era where you've seen it all transpire and transform from fist fighting to shooting. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these cats now, they just straight shooting. They don't understand the getting down from the shoulders and the whole shit. So what would you say sparked that change in your city from, man, fuck all this fight, man, we finna get down. You know what I'm saying?
See, back in the days when it was like Lincoln Park, the Piru homies, Big Hollywood, Baby Jack Nasty and them, they used to be at the park all the time. You know, the G's from Lincoln, they used to be at Skyline Park because our park was popping.
Right.
So they'd be at the park all the time until, it went down. They clicked up on a federal level. I don't really want to speak about that too much, you know what I'm saying? But it was a clique amongst Skyline Pyros and Lincoln Park Pyros. And there's even history saying that they originated as Lincoln Park Crips. That's a little before my time, but legend has it that that's how they really originated. But I ain't never met none of them.
So that really started as Lincoln Park Crips. Rumor has it.
But you know, from Skyline, so some older homies, might have just go, hey, we can just be red.
Oh, straight up.
So, yeah. I don't know how true it is, but some reputables have said that that's what it was. But I never met none of them before my time. But as far as like the G's before my generation, it was all Pirus. And got the big Piru on their shoulder, right shoulder. Straight up. And then late '80s when the funk happened between us, then the Monster Squad dropped and they became Lincoln Park Bloods.
Okay.
And for the first time in my life, driving through their neighborhood, I seen a PK with the P whacked out. Man, them coast niggas ain't even do that. Neighborhood niggas wasn't even doing that back then.
Damn.
It was just BK.
You really? It was just BK.
It was just,
Straight up. Straight up.
They separated the B and the P. It was crazy.
Yeah.